So, wall press-ups. Okay, I think wall press-ups are a brilliant alternative to a box press-up. So for reference purposes, I think I'd better just show you that. So it's a classic way to work the back of the arm. The narrower the arms, the more you work the arms, the wider you go with your press-ups, the more you involve the shoulders and the chest muscles as well. But the majority of people I encounter, and this has been throughout my exercise career, so it was the same with the girls at the university as well, can't manage that because it's too hard and then it all starts to go wrong. So here's the alternative: to use a wall. Okay, it's brilliant. So I'm going to have to work with my back to you. So you have the basic position, obviously your knees aren't bent, and then you're forwards and back. So there's some really important points to bear in mind, and it's just easier because some of the body weight's going through your feet. So the first thing is you want to lead with your elbows bending and straightening, or lead with your rib cage forwards and back, as opposed to the head forward. So that's the first thing. It's really important to bear in mind. Elbows in and out. Second thing, your shoulder blades. Be aware that your shoulder blades stay nice and wide. Don't squeeze your shoulder blades together to get this to work. This is really important. If you want to work that muscle, you've got to work it and not squeeze and release the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulder blades wide. Okay, and another lovely thing about this exercise, apart from the fact it's doable and it will work, and if it gets easier, you make your hands narrower and that makes it harder. But the other thing is about alignment. Okay, so again, I've got my back to you. I hope you can see this. I often see this, that people's stomach comes forward, so the back doesn't stay straight. So you can use this as a challenge to trunk stability. So some of you watching this may not be aware, but most of you will be aware of the notion of keeping your rib-pelvis connection. So you've got your neutral pelvis, your neutral spine, and that's moving forward in space rather than that happening. So the elbows are coming forward, but the body's moving forward in space, but it's not changing its shape. So it's the difference between that and this. And you may actually, as a consequence of this, feel a little bit of a calf stretch. So yeah, that's another thing. Calf stretch, bit of a hip stretch, trunk stability challenge, strengthen of the triceps, but in a doable way. And you don't even need to get down on the floor. So the other thing, of course, if you have knee issues and you don't work well in all fours, this one works for you. What's not to like? Okay, so that's it. Cheerio.